Hello, hello, beautiful souls. How you doing? Hope all is well with you. Beautiful souls. Understand that people are bothered by the fact that you walk alone. That every time that they see you, whether it's online, whether it's in person, you are a loner. You are by yourself. You don't need the validation of other people to be around you. And they will sit here and they will tell people, well, you see how he or she, they never have people around. You see how he or she don't have no friends. You see how they don't go out nowhere. You don't ever see them out nowhere. They're probably the problem. There's something wrong with them. Little do they know, baby. Little do they know all of the things you had to go through to get to where you are now. There's nothing wrong with you, chosen one. Okay? Tune out the noise. Remember, you are not a part of this matrix. We are in the matrix, unfortunately, but we are not a part of it. And we stick out like a sore thumb. You will see certain posts on social media and other people, again, haters, who will try to box you in and put you into the box of everybody else because people want you to be normal so bad so that they don't feel threatened and offended by you. When you see posts that says a woman who don't have no woman friends or a man who don't have no friends or people who don't go outside or they're not at a club, something wrong with them. No, baby. There's nothing wrong with you see everybody going to the left. You're like, nope, I'm going to go to the right. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to follow the crowd. I am not a part of the crowd. I am set apart and I am proud of that. Every chosen one beats to the tune of their own drum. We don't need a bunch of background noise. And when you live for the approval of others, it will be your downfall. If you live for their acceptance, you will die from their rejection. And understand that when it comes to us chosen ones, your one of your biggest downfalls is believing that people really want to be your friend. We're not the issue. We will be your bestest best friend. Even if we met you and we just started being friends just a month ago, how loyal and dedicated we are, we would be able to replace even people you've known from the sandbox. And I'm that confident. Absolutely. The loyalty, the love, the dedication that we have for people that we truly care about is unmatched. It is on like a God level. And I know some people are like, huh? Yes. Our loyalty is on a God level. Our love is on a God level. We are not normal, guys. We are not the same. And that's why when people try to befriend us, something always wrong's happened. Like literally, correct me if I'm wrong. Has that not been the case? Every time you try to trust another person, get close to them, open up to them, hang out with them, go out, texting, calling, anything. Eventually something happens. And a lot of times, especially the higher your frequency gets, the exposure is it starts happening way faster. The closer that we allow people to get to us, no. Like they literally start going insane. It's happened so many times. I'm just like, what in the world is really going on? Like, can somebody tell me what's going on? Because I don't get it. Everything was fine when we were texting. Everything was fine when we first met. Now that we're starting to hang out a little bit more, now that we're starting to talk on the phone a little bit more, now we're starting to text a little more. Now, like it's an issue. I told you guys about a witch that was exposed, that God exposed to me back in, I believe it was 2022, I think. And me and her were friends for 8 years. Friends for 8 years. I was the real friend. And God exposed this witch. Okay. He exposed this witch after the fact that certain things just kept happening. Certain things just kept happening, kept happening. I'm like, what's going on? What changed? Like what's really going on? And once I started to think what changed, what was the difference in my pattern, why certain things happening around me, I started to talk to her more. During the 8 years of our friendship, it was mainly online because she lives in another state. Thank God. But for 8 years, we were in contact. We would send each other mail. We would send each other things in the mail. A lot of times she would send me things because, she met me when I was pregnant. So she'll send me like oils or things for my baby, stuff like that. And but we never got like really, really close though. It was still things from a distance. And now looking back, I should have never accepted none of that stuff she sent me, because she probably cursed the stuff and was trying to curse me. Be careful about items, accepting items and things from people, because they will try to put a curse on it and you bring it into your home and now your life is a wreck. So be careful about who you accept gifts from, okay? Because that's what she was doing throughout these 8 years too, all right? And it was crazy because that's when I was with my ex-husband, but that's neither here nor there. Like I said, she probably was sending me evil eye and bad things. But around the time when she got exposed, right? That's when I started to open up my door more to her. Meaning we started to talk literally every single solitary day. And it wasn't because I preferred it. She started to call me every day. And I didn't mind it because I love talking on the phone. I love to talk, as y'all can see. I'm here every day. So I love to talk. I didn't mind it. But it was like it was our friendship was okay when it was more at a distance, meaning we talked maybe once or twice out of that month, or maybe even if it was like 2 times out of like every 2 months. Like we were more distant. And it was better that way. But then I started feeling like, you know what, we and her, we've been girlfriends, we've been cool for 8 years. We should talk more. Like I don't mind opening up to her. Yeah, I'm like an onion. Okay. It's layers to me, baby. You will never, ever, ever get to know me as well as you think you are. I'm very, very protected over myself and my energy. And I've always been that way, but especially once I found out about spirituality. Oh my gosh. I'm very protected. But I let my guard down for a little bit, right? And I told her some issues I was going through at the time. And I regret it a little bit, but at the same time, hey, everybody goes through things. Nobody's perfect. So I was opening up and I was asking her opinion, because at that point I was still kind of stuck between religion a little bit. And she was a very, very extremely religious, but then turned out to be a witch, right? Be careful about them people who claim to be holy, holy, holy religious, and then look how they be living. But again, a day, another story. But yes, so she was doing these things. And like I said, I talked to her. I let her know what was going on with me. I had certain issues, and that gave her a door to reach out to me more and more every day, saying she was going to pray for me. She's going to pray for me. Be careful for people who say they want to pray for you. You never know what they're praying. Eventually, it just started getting to the point where she was demanding more and more and more of us talking, more and more of us talking. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Everything. And my husband started getting like, why is she calling you all the time? Why is she like, it's just becoming too much, too much. And around that time, certain bad things was going on. We were starting to argue a little more, and it's like, what the heck is going on here? Because me, that's my best friend. My husband's my best friend. It's just weird. She was sending evil things through the phone, monitoring spirit every single day. She wanted to talk to me. She wanted to know what's going on. And when I did not answer that phone or text, she was pissed. Okay. And I don't want to make this whole video about her because, girl, bye. But I'm just giving you all this example because out of 8 years of us being cool, it went downhill once she was able to have more access to me than normal. And that's what happens with all of every single friendship. If I literally gave them access to me a lot, once or twice out the week, 3, 4 times a week, they start going crazy. They cannot handle us. And it becomes an addiction, but in a really, really bad way. And they feel entitled to you, and they feel entitled to your energy, and they feel entitled to your blessings and your gifts. And they want your life. And then eventually they want a destiny swap. They want to be you. It's nothing wrong with you, the fact that you don't have friends. You can't have friends as a chosen one. You can't go out and be innocent and hang out with people because they're jealous. They're envious. They don't want you to be happy, even if their life is great. This girl had way more money than me at the time. Way more money, way more support. She had way more money at the time. Not anymore, okay? I was a stay-at-home mother, but not no more. But yeah, she had way more money than me at the time, way more support, and she still just wasn't happy within. That's what they tell you. People can have never think that people are happy because they have more money than you or things like that. No, baby, you have what money cannot buy. You have what money cannot buy. It doesn't matter how much money somebody pay. They could never be a chosen one. And see, that's what I'm telling you all, that let people judge, let people assume, let people say whatever. But when you don't have friends as a chosen one and you can't keep friends around, it's not because you're the problem. We are extremely genuine. We are so authentic. And any chosen one in this comment section, they are extremely kind. If you are a real chosen one, you don't just wake up or walk around rude, nasty, angry. Like, we have beautiful energy. And I tell you guys that that's exactly why people come out their way to talk to you. People will literally pay to talk to you if they needed to, because you give the best advice. You make people feel right at home, even if you've never met them a day in your life. Complete strangers feel at home when they talk to you. And this is why your so called friends become jealous, because when they go out, they don't get no attention. They don't get as much attention. Somebody might see them and say hello or something, but they don't get the amount of attention that you get. And in this 3D matrix, in case you guys don't know that, guess what? Attention is currency. Looks is currency. Of course, money is currency. But people want attention. That's why you see people out here doing the craziest stuff for attention. And the silly part is, as a chosen one, we don't want the attention. We don't want the daggone attention. We would rather walk through a room and be able to just sit down and be calm, walk through somewhere else, mind our business. But yet people are always in the mix. People are always staring us down. People are always coming around. Even if you haven't noticed, when you go places and it's empty, it could be empty as I don't know what when you pull up. When you stay there, baby, it's a crowd of people that come. This happens to me everywhere I go. Literally. My husband's like, oh my goodness, like, babe, it was nobody here. Now it's like a long line of people. I'm like, mm-hmm. Yep. That's the chosen one effect. And so your friends, instead of them like just supporting you and saying, wow, I have such a beautiful friend. Like, how blessed am I? How blessed am I to have a friend like you? No, no. And it doesn't matter how long you've known them. Once you start to wake up and realize who you are, baby, the friendships are going to be like non-existent. And if you do find those that stick around, more than likely they're probably a light worker too. They're probably another chosen one. And guess what, baby? Good. Good. Once I dropped off all the fake friends, blocked them, never talking to them again, I became so much happier, so much joyful, so much more beautiful, because no more was my energy being drained and used. No more was I being gossiped about and slandered. Like, I mean, it probably still happens, but I'm just saying, like, they weren't able to be right in my vicinity and then be pretending and being fake. So, cheers to us. And God is your best friend. Like, literally, literally, like just a few minutes, I was like, God, you my best friend. God, you my best friend. Like, God's my everything, and I'm being so serious. Be thankful and let people say what they want. Let people judge you. Let people think and look at you like, why she don't never, why he don't never? Because I'm too like that. They can't handle it. They can't handle it. They can't handle you. You big dog, baby. They the little pups. And let it stay that way. And again, if somebody really is showing up for you or they're still in your life as a chosen one, remember to vet them out. Put some test up in there. Seriously. Your life depends on it. Because shady people, they'll try to take you out. Jealousy is cruel as the grave. Okay? Be careful. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, beautiful souls. I hope you all are enjoying your week so far. It's about to be the weekend. Please be safe. I know it's the 4th. People be, so please be safe out here, all right? I'll be right back here tomorrow. Hopefully, it ain't too busy for me. I'll be back here tomorrow. And keep your head up. We got this. And we friends here, okay? We friends, we family here, right? We don't need all them people. Too many distractions. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Like I said, I'll be right back here tomorrow, hopefully, Lord willing. And be safe. Remember who loves you. Keep your crown adjusted. I love you so much, but God loves you so much more.